Yep, we're doing another Iceberg video. Yeah, in my Just Cause Iceberg video, I said that I would not be doing any more Iceberg videos. But it occurs to me now that the reason why that video took me so long was because of some setbacks, which, some of them I fixed. So, yeah, I'm doing another one. Anyway, the Encanto Iceberg. Once again, this iceberg was made by me. Encanto's definitely up there with my top 5 favorite movies, so let's just get into the iceberg. Family Madrigals. Now, this entry on the iceberg is referring to the main characters, the Family Madrigals, and this opening song, which is also called the Family Madrigals. Songs. There are 8 songs in total in Encanto, all of which have made it onto the Billboard Hot 100. Mirabelle's glasses. So apparently Mirabelle is the first Disney princess to be wearing glasses, which is honestly surprising. There are tons of other Disney princesses, and not one of them wears glasses. The doors. The doors are pretty much the rooms to each magic family of the Madrigals. They each have the design of like themselves. I am not explaining this good, am I? Anyway, so, yeah, I'll put some pictures on the screen. Casita. Casita is the magic house where the Madrigals live. It was like, what would you say, made or came into existence when the miracle was made, or when Pedro died. Bee stings. Augustine, or Mirabelle's father, seems to have a problem with getting stung by bees a lot in the movie. It happens to him twice. His entire face and hands swell up. Mirabelle. Honestly, I should have used Mirabelle at the start of the iceberg video. Anyway, Mirabelle is the main character of Encanto. If you've seen Encanto, you will know what I'm talking about. We Don't Talk About Bruno. We Don't Talk About Bruno is the most popular song of Encanto. Even if you haven't seen the movie, you're probably familiar with the song, and even if you haven't listened to the song, you're probably familiar with this image. Coffee Kid. You see this kid right here? That's the Coffee Kid. If you're wondering why I call him that, and why everyone else calls him that, well, look what he's holding in his hand. Yeah, that's coffee. Now, apparently in Colombia, it's common for kids to drink coffee. I don't know. But anyway, this kid's always high on caffeine, shouting at the top of his lungs and stuff.
And that's why coffee's for grown-ups.
Colombia. The country of Colombia is where Encanto takes place in. If you don't believe me, well, for one, right behind these kids, it says Colombia, and there's a picture of Colombia in Mirabelle's closet. Encanto meaning. Just like all words, they have a meaning. And the meaning for Encanto, well, it's Spanish for both charm and enchantment, all of which are shown in Encanto. Family colors. This entry means that the two families, Pepper's side and Julietta's side, have colors showing which one's which. Julietta's side having bluish colors, and Pepper's side having yellowish colors. And I guess if Bruno started a family, his colors would be green. Let It Go. During the song All of You, Bruno makes a little reference to Let It Go in it. Mirabelle singing You're Welcome. During the casting of Encanto, Stephanie Beatriz, the voice actor of Mirabelle, sung You're Welcome from Moana, which Jared Bush later turned into a full animation. time period? Now, there isn't really a clear answer on when Encanto takes place, but people do estimate that it takes place during the 1940s or the 1950s. 7-foot frame? During the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, Camilo says that Bruno has a 7-foot frame, which raises some questions. Why did Camilo say that Bruno has a 7-foot frame? He's clearly not 7 feet tall. We do talk about Bruno. Throughout the movie, the family and the town mentions about how they're not supposed to talk about Bruno, but talk about him a lot, to the point where there's an entire song about it. Isabella, Disney princess. Isabella, the flower girl, is supposed to represent a Disney princess, always wearing pink and constantly has to be perfect. Encanto 2. Now, Jared Bush did say that he would like to make an Encanto 2, but along with it, he said that he would also make a spin-off or stage performance, so maybe we'll get it, maybe not. Peppa's emotional problems.
Emotional, damn it!
This is pretty much referencing that the fact that Peppa's rarely ever seen happy in the movie. She's always sad, angry, or somewhat depressed. I mean, look at her smile. You can tell she's holding back the pain. She even looks like a crazy lady. Dolores' hearing is voluntary. Jared Bush did tweet out about Dolores' hearing being voluntary and how it's not really voluntary, but like he did say that it's not as voluntary as she likes. So, yeah, it can pretty much happen at random, I guess you could say. Casita is Pedro. There is a theory floating around about how Pedro, as well as husband, is, what would you say? His spirit is inhabiting the house? Which, this is some real Monster House type crap going on if that's true. But, yeah, it's possible, but maybe his spirit's inhabiting the miracle. I don't know. Bruno's rats. When we first meet Bruno in his little, den, he has a couple hundred pet rats. I wonder what their names are. But we don't see any on his back, so Camilo, you're wrong. Oscar. During the development stage of Encanto, Bruno was originally going to be called Oscar. Now, from what I've heard, there's already some Oscar Madrigals in the world, so I think they just changed it. There were a couple other names as well, but I can't really remember them, and I can't find them on the internet, so yeah. Stephanie Beatrice's childbirth. 2 days after Stephanie Beatrice sung Waiting on a Miracle, she had a little miracle for herself. A child. Maybe one day in the future, he or she will be watching that movie. Mirabel wiping her hands wiped the miracle. During the scene where we see Mirabel not get her gift, after she touches the candle, she wipes her hands on her dress. It's possible that because she wiped her hands on the dress, the stuff from the candle, didn't, what would you say? I'm having a hard time pronouncing this. Is this wiping her hands caused her not to get a miracle? The town hates Mirabel. In the movie, everyone in the town just kinda acts, mean to Mirabel. She just pretty much shove it in her face as she doesn't have a gift. And by the entire town, I mean this guy. Mirabel can slow time. Okay, this one's very obvious. While Mirabel is singing Waiting on a Miracle, she's slowing down time. That's her gift. She can slow down time. Boom. Confirmed. Mirabel has a gift. Bruno's green eyes. This one's easy. Whenever Bruno has a vision, his eyes turn green. I don't really know why his eyes turn green, but I don't know. Maybe it's just something that comes along with the vision. Bruno is 5'4". Yeah, that's Bruno's real height, 5'4". He was never 7 feet tall, Camille. Stupid idiot, Camille. That's what I'm calling you now. Mirabelle is adopted. My theory is that Mirabelle is adopted, and that's why she didn't get a gift. Well, yes, Jared Bush did say that in the event that a parent would like to adopt a child, they would also get a ceremony, but does that mean they would get a gift? I'm not sure. That's my theory anyway. Dolores is the villain. Film Theory did actually make a theory on how Dolores is the villain of Encanto. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this because I think you guys should go and see his video, which will be in the link in the description. Antonio is dead because of the animals. This is a theory I came up with. Antonio, the kid who can speak to animals, is probably dead. I mean, we did see an 18-foot long snake in his room, plus that jaguar, which can kill humans. So, yeah, I reckon that Antonio would later die because of these things. And that was the Encanto Iceberg. It only took me about 2 days to make, when you compare that to the Just Cause Iceberg, which took me 1 week. Yeah, that took a long time. Anyway, once again, I created this iceberg shot. I didn't find it on Reddit. Well, I wanted to post it on Reddit, but Reddit's algorithm is worse than YouTube's, and it took it down because apparently it's spam, despite the fact it's my first time posting on that subreddit. Anyway, yeah. I may start getting into the iceberg videos again. Maybe. Only if this video gets, let's say, 20 likes, I'll do another iceberg video. Anyway, that's the end. Have a nice day. You too.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in.